We had our Bushido beginnings. We stopped off for a little bit of a Halloween bash, but it is now time for some November rain. Hello everyone, my name is Harry Aaron, and welcome to your 01 Wrestling USA Northeast Event Center. We have a lot of action to tell you about today. First up is Bear Bronson versus Logan Black in a Chair City street fight. Gardner, Massachusetts has the nickname of Chair City for the amount of furniture that has been assembled there, and now we are going to see some of that furniture destroyed. Bear Bronson is no stranger to Logan Black, and he knows exactly how violent he can be. And here he responded to that challenge.
Logan Black, I heard your challenge. And you're right. I am killing it. Bear Bronson is kicking ass all over this world. And I noticed something in your promo, Logan. Out of all the promos you've ever cut, this is the one where you sounded scared. You sounded intimidated. And that's because you know that the Bear Bronson you used to know is nothing of what he is now. Bear Bronson is bigger. Bear Bronson is stronger than he's ever been. And I grow bigger and better every single day. So in answer to your challenge, Logan, like I've said in the past, Bear Bronson can go any style with anybody in this world. That means you too. So Logan, November 17th, let's get violent. Don't feed the bears.
Next up on the card, we have a match that was very recently made in Kevin Blackwood versus Josh Briggs. This was originally scheduled to be Alex Reynolds versus Josh Briggs. However, Smart Mark Sterling has other things in mind for his handsome devil. Now we have Blackwood coming to us from Buffalo, one of the highlight wrestlers of 2019, finishing out the year strong against the Evolve Wrestling World Champion. Can Blackwood elevate his status any higher, or will Josh Briggs show you how much he does not like you? Up next, we have third-generation star Kid Curry taking on Caleb Conley. Kid Curry may be coming off of a loss, but he has shown the 01 faithful that he has no problem stepping up to the plate against all challengers. He now takes on the debuting Caleb Conley, someone who is no stranger to the squared circle, and we are excited to see how this one plays out. Keeping that technical spirit alive, we now have Danny Miles returning to take on the debuting Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia came back in the beginning of 2019 from a nearly career-ending injury and since has been a house of fire. Can Danny Miles, the grizzled veteran who is no stranger to 01, stop him? We'll find out on November 17th. Bringing a taste of gold to 01 Northeast, we have retrosexual Anthony Green, the Limitless Wrestling World Champion, defending his title against Brian Pillman Jr. Standout of Major League Wrestling and a member of the legendary Hart Foundation, we caught up with Pillman Jr. in Orlando, Florida to see what he has to say to AG.
What year is it anymore? That's what they say when I walk through the curtain and show off my glorious mullet. And in Gardner, Massachusetts, on November 17th, I'll step through that curtain and people will yet again question, just what era are we living in? Is it the 70s? Is it the 80s? No, it's the 90s, and I'm the 90s kid. And I'm coming for you, retro Anthony Green, because to me, you got quite a similar aesthetic. Although, I would say you're more of an 80s guy. But on November 17th, there's not going to be any U2 and Blondie and music still on MTV. Because you're going to have eyes in the back of your head and not be preoccupied with your obsession with 1985.
We also have women's tag team action to talk about tonight as Ava Everett teams up with Alicia Edwards of Impact Wrestling to take on the top dogs, Skylar and Davey N. After winning last month's Zero Gravity 7-way melee, DL Hurst decided to grab the microphone and seize the opportunity. He set up this next contest as he has singles competition against Joe Gacy, one of the most hardcore and hard-hitting wrestlers to come out of the New York-Philadelphia scene. He debuts in Zero1 on November Rain. And speaking of that Zero Gravity melee, we have a 6-way melee on this upcoming event as Beefcake takes on TJ Crawford, Brandon Watts, Christian Casanova, Kevin Bennett, and Oswald Project. I'm not entirely sure what Oswald Project entails, but it looks like we'll find out at November Rain. Rounding out our announced singles contest is a Clash of Veterans, as Demon Ortiz returns to Zero1 to take on the debuting Bull James. And now I have saved the biggest match for last. The Sabotage Wrestling Tag Team Championships will be defended in a 4-way tag team match. 8 competitors, 4 teams, 2 winners, 1 prize. And that match will be Team C-Stars defending their titles against CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer, The Crucible, and MAD. And that rounds out our announced contests for Zero1 Wrestling USA Northeast's return to Gardner, Massachusetts on November 17th at November Rain. Limited tickets are still available at novemberrain.bpt.me. Hope to see you there.